What's going on? We're back. This is your man Odell for Odell's RoundTable. And once again, I just want to, introduce my panel here. We have right here my man.
DJ Knots, hip hop gets back and all the world's good stuff.
All the good stuff. He does a lot of good stuff.
In place and be, yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And next to you we have
Asha Karima, Socialite the Agency.
Socialite the Agency. Remember that. And then Dre, you gonna say your name and any socialite, any online things?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. DreDay@.com. Yeah.
Google DreDay@.com.
I wish I would.com.
And next to you we have.
I'm Sean Belagatti. Hey.
All right. Now we talked about, researching somebody online and everything. I want to read something right here. Eli J. Finkel, PhD professor of psychology at Northwestern University. And I quote, he said, if you're trying to, research somebody or vet someone online, will this person, and I actually have a connection, trying to research, you're going to have a connection with a person, was saying, actually, there's no evidence that we can assess that online goes on to say that, you think you know what you want, but what you really need to do is sit across from that person and just have a beer. You're saying that what you're assessing from online.
I concur.
It was just that of what they're posting. You're saying that.
I was waiting for something deep from the professor.
Right. Yeah, exactly. He was a professor, and that's what he said. I said a lot better than what he did. And I didn't get all the letters behind my name.
Good job. It don't need to be. It's not that complicated. Sit down and talk and have a beer.
Right.
You don't have to make this that complicated.
Right. I agree.
And the problem is that most people nowadays in 2015 are too complicated for no damn reason.
Right.
And you using all this extra stuff that you don't even need. You don't need to do that. People don't know how to talk. You got to read a book to learn how to kiss somebody. You got to read a book to know how to actually make somebody orgasm. It's too much.
People been doing that. That's not a new thing.
Say what?
People have been writing about those topics, and that just comes
But
down
now
to does a person need that guidance?
It gets to a point now. People need it. Everyone needs a book to learn something or needs something else. As opposed to just you're human. You know how to do all of this. You know how to talk. You know how to speak to the opposite sex. You were created to do that. So all this extra stuff.
So has social media made people less social? Yeah. Is that what it is? And maybe that's why people can't really have conversation, because they're used to being able to think about what they're going to say for an hour before they respond to somebody.
That's a good point. That's definitely one thing. People don't know how to be social anymore. That's one part of it. But what Sean, and it just slipped my mind, so I'm focused on what Dre was saying. I had something to say to yours, but I can't remember right now. But no, you're right. People have been a lot less social. They don't know that interaction. That's what it was. You were saying people know how to talk to the opposite sex.
Right.
Or most people do. And they don't. That's why you have so many problems. That's why there's so many single people, divorces, people getting married together for all the wrong reasons. If they knew how to talk to somebody else and engage with them and have a commitment or some kind of relationship, then all these books and self-help seminars wouldn't be needed. They're there for a reason. I'm not saying everybody needs it, but there's a large percentage.
I just believe that if you can't speak to someone that you care about, if you don't know how to be able to talk to that person, you're just being overcomplicated. It doesn't take that much to put yourself in somebody else's shoes and understand where they're coming from if you care about that person. I don't need a book to tell me. Put yourself in that person's shoes so you can understand how. If my man says I'm mad at you about X, Y, and Z, I care enough to sit and assess and figure it out. If it was me, how would I feel? You know what I mean? I don't know. You're human. I feel like this is what you're supposed to do. This is what I was created to. I don't think I need extra help.
Well, you're human. That's true. We've established that. Now, one thing I want to say, going back to the topic, we were talking about, going online and researching this person. Now, Asha.
Yes.
Let's say you're back at that cafe again.
Okay.
Looking good once again.
Thank you very much.
You're doing your thing. And let's say a brother like Dre Day walks up to you.
How you doing?
He walks up to you, says, "What's up?" He says, "How you doing?" You know what I'm saying? You're looking good and everything. And you get his information, and you go home, and you search for Dre, and you find nothing.
Okay. First thing is, remember what I said about intention. I'm not going to meet you and immediately go home and look for you online.
Okay. Let's speed it up. Let's act like y'all have been, I've been kicking it.
If I don't find anything, which I think is almost impossible because your name is linked to something somewhere.
Right.
Even if you are not social media.
Yeah, it's not social media, but
you'll
see.
That's not the only online presence that we have.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
And again, that's not always the first thing I'm going to do because I Google myself. I would probably Google you before I would go locate you and try to figure out a list of your favorite things, which again, we're not at the point in our relationship where I care. But
no, I mean, you make a good point because for one thing you said you brought up LinkedIn before you brought up, like I said, Facebook. So that already kind of shows where you're.
That just depends on the person and what
work history.
Exactly. So I caught that as well. But I was saying that I used Dre as an example because, like I said, he is someone. Like you said, he would have other things, whether I guess homes. Or
there's things in there. Yeah, I mean, you can.
But it's not going to find anything social about it.
No, I mean not like.
Would that still be a red flag?
I'm 40, so if you're over 40, it's a possibility you don't spend your life on Twitter.
There you go. I didn't grow up on it, right?
Right.
Exactly.
I don't have to find that to be evidence of you being like a real or legitimate person. But somewhere, some way, you're attached to something that I'm going to see. Right. And if and again, I want to be clear that this is not in place of the human connection.
Right.
It's not in place of that. I'm not trying to replace that. I can have a conversation. Ad nauseum about anything, but it's just in addition to, and
I think it's really good for women. Y'all need to be able to screen people a little bit,
for safety reasons.
Yeah, just
kind
of.
It's not so much it's these words that throw me off. What if it's not so much a screening or research as I just have an interest in your public presence? That's different intention than me feeling like. He's got to be married. He's got to be lying. I want to know if he really has another girlfriend. What if I just care about the way you
present yourself?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Well, speaking of that, how you present yourself and everything, and like you said, you looked at the LinkedIn thing, the job history, because sometimes people are doing so much that they get in trouble on their jobs because they're so social and everything. Like the social media has it.
Oh wait, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Which brings me to a good point.
Okay.
If I look on Facebook and you got too many selfies. Nah, that's not gonna happen.
Men with selfies.
What does that mean when we got a bunch of selfies?
If I look at a man's profile and
men
all
with
I see
selfies.
is you taking pictures of yourself,
he's probably selfish. Maybe
that's not I don't know. That's not.
What is that? Is that feminine? What is it?
It's slightly narcissistic.
Is that just tell me what it is? I need to know.
In my opinion, and that is really subjective.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I can see you in a lot of pictures, in a lot of photos.
People taking pictures of you, not you.
But I'm gonna need you to not be in your bathroom in your wife beater taking pictures of yourself. Because you got swole that day at the gym. Like really, that'll tell. That tells me a lot.
So you think
dudes, no selfies. Selfies out the questions. How about is that
shut up their locks?
I don't care.
You don't care?
Well, from my friend's perspective, I didn't say I didn't see him in the picture with this girl about 4 times. Who do you think this is? And I seen him with this girl about 10 times. This was 2 weeks ago.
That's intentional.
Like who's that? Who you think that might be? Girl, I don't know. It could be his sister, maybe his cousin. I don't know. Like, I don't care how many selfies you have. I hope you have a whole bunch with your shirt off. Like
really? Really? You want somebody seeing your goodies?
You're a boy.
All the women.
You're a boy.
Okay.
Don't you walk around with your shirt
off? You're a boy, Damon.
No, I don't want to wear my shirt off. That's called savage.
It's Instagram. Like you're taking pictures. Yeah, I want to see your pecs.
Do you keep your shirt off online? Do you? I'm just wondering because she said I'm supposed to be top.
That's what it's there for.
Yeah, she's not us. She got her own agenda over here. She's trying to get her own show.
Real quick though,
I already got a couple. Thank you. Got a couple.
Real quick though, like
the background dance.
Judging somebody from what they're presenting online, though, we've already said that people give a fake facade online. I mean,
your pictures,
not fake facade, but
selfies.
I'm just saying, if you judge somebody off of the fact that they just take selfies.
What am I judging? If you're attractive or you're not.
What is the thing? People will go online and you go and pick every picture you're going to put on there. You took a bunch of bad pictures, but you only put the best shots.
Well, why wouldn't you?
I'm just saying you would.
But Dre, what I'm saying is that like. Speaking what Asha was saying, like the selfies thing. She's saying automatically that kind of puts you in a.
I'm not speaking for every woman.
Right, no, that's for you. I'm saying for you. For you, right? That's what I'm saying. For you, that's going to put you in a different zone. But what I'm asking you though is that yes, this man might be taking selfies, but does that really him being online or doing Instagram? Does that speak to his character, or have you?
Not necessarily. As a woman, it turns me off. And I think we are all entitled to things that just turn us off. That, for me, is a turn off.
But hold up. But what if, like you said, if you had never looked at his Instagram page and you just kept conversating with him and talking to him.
She would have found the same thing out.
Well, no, hold up. But what I'm trying to say is if that is just something where he just like to take selfies, but that doesn't mean that speaks to his character. Doesn't mean to speak to him being self-absorbed.
Man or woman, you self-absorbed if you always.
But I'm just saying that's one. I'm just saying that necessarily.
Always? Yeah. Always.
Well, I'm just saying.
What? You don't believe? Sean, you got something to add to that?
No.
I think Sean got something to add to what I said. So you disagree that a bunch of selfies of you isn't a little self-absorbed? Like every time you go somewhere and you got your hair done real nice?
Instagram.
But I'm saying that's
whatever
Instagram though. It's just
pictures of food all the time. I'm not gonna be mad. Like I'm like, okay, this look like food. Like if you're taking pictures of your Instagram, it's for me to see you, like, and what you're doing, or what you. If you want.
But some people get on there and take a picture, and they're looking good, so that people say, "Ooh, you look good, girl," so you can boost your self-esteem.
Okay, well.
I mean, so it's kind of like.
Well, but I'm saying,
it's another pet peeve of mine. Why are you posting a picture of you in the hospital when you know you're just going there because you run down or something like that? It's like you want sympathy likes. Anyway.
There you go.
But on the flip side, are we maybe taking Instagram too serious then too?
You're taking social media too serious.
Are we taking social media too serious?
I'm glad y'all brought up Instagram because that's one of the things I don't check because I don't use that. I check the thing that I use.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I never thought about that because that's where it's only pictures, right? So damn it, if I wanted to find out if you take selfies, I guess that's where I would.
Right.
But
I do think it's strange that girls be tripping off of like how many dudes or how many girls that dudes are taking pictures with. Like when I heard that, I was just like, are we for real? Like who cares? Like no, but Sean, his whole profile, girl, he got nothing but females. Okay.
Well, I could kind of understand that because from a male perspective, if you got a girl and she got always hugged up with a dude, she got a lot of dudes. Why she just hugged up with every time you see her, she hugged up with somebody like.
Okay, but on my Instagram, you don't.
Is she trying to look popular? Is that really real? Or what is that? What is that about?
On my Instagram, you don't see me with guys at all. But when you see me out, I always got a dude. Always. Okay. But I don't post pictures of them. But I always got one.
Oh, so you don't put him in the picture?
I don't need to showcase that I'm with a dude.
I understand that, right? But I'm trying to say
but
people
you
do
won't always see me with one.
Right.
No James Harden shots where you.
Never.
That's ridiculous.
Never. No.
So it sounds like with the social media thing, I mean, like some people, I kind of like lean towards with Sean as well. I don't necessarily, just because I see something the way you post on Instagram, say that speaks to, I still want to get to know you and meet you. Speak to your character. It might be a pet peeve or something, maybe, but it might not speak to your character.
Just said, though? Like,
go ahead.
Women that'll look for stuff like that, right? And then they comment on the number of women in the pictures and all of that. Now that is so commonplace. I agree with you 110%. That's what I mean by intention. You going through somebody's pictures to see how many times you saw the same woman.
I think they see it. It's like you see the same woman and you like.
And now you're knee-high private eye. You trying to piece
now you gotta
together,
now you digging more. And I'm like,
are we talking about just random women? Or are you talking about a woman who has some vested in this? Is this like the dude's?
I wasn't trying to be that technical.
I'm just asking. No, because
I think it matters. I think it does matter.
Listen. She's looking at his Instagram. She see that he's with the same girl. She keep looking. She see that girl again. It probes more questions.
Do they have a relationship? The girl doing the looking. That's what we need to know.
You know, everybody's bae nowadays. I don't know.
Everybody's what? Wait, what was that?
Everybody bae.
Everybody's
what is that? Break that down for me.
That's B-A-E, and I know that's not spelled right, but that's what
does that mean? What is the meaning?
There you go. That's their boo.
Okay.
To me, that means
okay.
Anyway,
well, no, it's funny. It's funny you say that now because that's a good point. Because, like, for instance, I met a young lady I was messing with a short amount of time, or a woman I was messing with, and let's say I initially met her.
Don't get in trouble.
That's some brown.
Don't get in trouble.
I ain't gonna take that.
No, listen.
Express yourself.
No, okay. So what I'm trying to say though, I met her initially. I think at Fellini's or something like that. You know, it was attraction there. It's cool. Now, upon meeting her, we exchanged numbers, and then I think I talked to her like a couple days later. When I talked to her, she had told me that she had, it's like, I sent you a Facebook request, and I was like, Facebook? I'm hardly on my Facebook. And then she had said some couple things, like she had went home, I guess that night, and researched me.
That's a sign.
Well, you should run because she has no game.
Well, I did. I mean, I did something else first, and then I ran. You know,
right, really.
I mean,
why would you do that?
I did something else first. I just wanted.
I mean,
Initially, she was really crazy.
But initially, like I said, when I saw that, though, I mean, I was like, wait a minute. I was like, we haven't known each other for over 72 hours. I was like, you put my name in a Google search? I was just like,
Yeah.
wow. So that's why I think Knox is bringing that up as far as the timing of it. Because like you said, had that been something we had went out and some dates and stuff, I mean, I had just met you. It was not that serious. It definitely wasn't going to be serious from that point.
Ain't nothing that serious until we get married.
Until you get married?
It's just what it is.
You can't
So you're not going to take it for a test run before you get married?
We ain't talking about that part.
There's precautions that you take, and I mean, this diamond.
What did you say about marriage? Hold on. What was
Well,
that?
I think we're going to get lost in the sauce. I think we're talking about.
What was you talking about? Marriage? When what? No,
said
what?
you wait
This
till something
diamond's
else.
27 carats, and she ain't got no kids. She ain't never been married. And so that means I've been making the right choices up until now. So whatever test drive we doing
okay.
it within my
Of course.
box. So yeah,
Of course.
And
I thought you just said that you were waiting until you got married, like to check on someone or something like that.
I'm just saying nothing is that serious until it gets to that point. At least for me, like.
Well, like I said, when
Ain't
she
nothing
did that
that's-
though, that was just red flag though. So
What? Oh yeah.
Oh, but I'm
Yeah.
not checking. But for the record, I'm not Googling you. That's
Yeah.
just I'm not doing that.
so at no point.
For,
Okay.
unless
doesn't
we
need
need
to.
to get married, I guess then maybe. But even like I'm not doing that. All I care about is a STD check and make sure you weren't a pedophile. And after that, we good.
How do you find out if you're a pedophile?
We good. A background check.
How?
A background check.
A
background check.
Is
You don't want to say it.
That's right.
Not
It's
like
online.
your Facebook, your Instagram, just a background
We weren't
check.
talking about social
Just-
media. We
just-
said online
just-
presence.
You said online presence though.
Background check. That's
Right.
it.
Okay.
I'll go to the precinct. I don't know.
Right.
You're going to go to, what precinct you going to?
You don't know which one to go.
Right.
You go to the precinct in Conyers for somebody in Atlanta, you ain't going to find
Well, I'm
nothing.
gonna ask him. Well, if you can't find anything here, well, what do you think I should do? Like, can you do what you gotta do? Whatever the
I
job
want to take
do.
your felony record. I need your information. That's what you're going to tell them?
I just need to know if you was a pedophile. I don't care about all the other stuff. Like, I just need to know that make
can
sure you
really
weren't
tell
messing
me
around
Right.
with no
But-
kids.
But here's the thing, like too, like you
I
said,
got my own little dirt too. Like, okay, how many felonies you got? Like,
exactly. Well, here's the thing, like,
Like the quantity matters to you since you got a
no,
couple.
it doesn't. It's just it's more. It doesn't.
Well, no,
Like,
well,
so
you got a couple. Okay,
if you don't got
let's
7,
talk
we can
about
work
it.
with it.
well, no, but here's the thing too, like you said,
Anyway.
with that research, you might find something that, like initially, if you first started talking to the person, that might be a turnoff. But had you just got to know the person, then you learn that later on, that might be something you could deal with. And that's the thing. I think sometimes some people say online, as far as like some of the publications say, you might want to hold off and just Googling people early
You
on
should.
because, like you said, you might learn something that might have been turned off if you just meeting the person. Like you know what I'm saying, like I know you Knots. I've known you for years. So if I find something else, okay, well I'll talk to Knots about it because I'm not going to just say I'm gonna stop messing with him. But if I just met you a couple days ago, I'm like, okay, I might not be hanging with this brother.
Right.
Whereas now that we built that history up, so if you learn something about somebody out the gate that you didn't give them a chance to explain or just tell you in conversation,
You're looking crazy.
yeah.
It's just like a rumor.
So you can
Speak
let
on that.
somebody explain, but I mean,
But you still want to go ahead and know right now.
It's about saving time. I mean, I'm messing with Sean to a certain extent because I understand you
Why
want
you
to get in the
messing
flow.
with me?
Because you want to get in the flow of meeting somebody, right?
Right. The nuances.
Right.
All
It's
the
like
little things.
when I go out on a date for the first time. I'm not doing the interview questions. I'm not doing that. We talking about what's going on right there at that moment, and I'm feeling off the energy.
You're living in that
and seeing where
moment.
It's going from there. Exactly.
Right.
So I may not know your name until like the 5th date. So other than that, I'm just joking about it. Because y'all looking at me like,
I did.
I understand
Well,
what you
I
mean.
was
Like,
good. I was
you're
good.
not
I've
trying
done
to
it
get
before.
full
I'm good.
middle
with that.
name, all the stuff to try to.
No,
You just
no.
trying to talk.
You know, it's all that stuff comes out anyway. Just a normal conversation.
It does.
Where you from and things like that.
Where you work at and all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff.
If you work the damn, you got kids, you're gonna bring up the kids at some point early
Right.
on. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And if you don't, you're gonna bring that up as well because people are proud of that too. So
Right.
go with the flow when you meet somebody. But before, like I said, before you jump off that cliff, I would go ahead and start looking into them a little bit deeper. Save some heartache.
Okay.
Time
So it's
reveals
a timing thing with you.
everything.
It's a timing. Well, that's what he said.
They're saying we shouldn't waste our time trying to do that.
It's not a waste. It's a lesson learned. If I'm like, okay, well, what about him did he not expose that I didn't see this like later on? Okay, just write that down. Okay, take that on to the next. I'm not
You just
about
let
to
it flow?
Google. Yeah,
Flow
I
with
really
that
do.
How old are you, Sean?
This diamond's 27 carats.
Oh wow!
That's what I said.
Oh,
That's what I said.
You know she be flowing. You know Sean be flowing.
She
You
an
gotta
MC.
tell him.
You know Sean be flowing. You know that. You know
I knew that
that.
from the first hair flip. But I'm just saying, in context to where people are at different points in their lives, it may be different responses. That's what I was asking.
Right. And I guess for me, nothing is really that serious. Like I enjoy life. Like I just want to live. I just want to live. And everything is a learning experience. Like everything, like it's fun. It's a story. Like it makes everything more interesting. Exactly and I don't want to just.
It's where you are.
I don't want to just,
Right.
I mean, I don't think I'm a baby by any means.
No, you're not
exactly.
I'm not trying to attack you or anything, but even at 27 carats, is that how you put it?
One diamond, 27 carats.
Okay, even at that point, you still, time is still precious. Right. I'm just trying to save you some time.
According to, you're right. Okay, that's time is precious, but what do you mean? Like
to have more time to enjoy life, like you want to do. You try to X out certain people that you don't need in your life, or are going to be a waste of your time.
Well, let me ask you this real quick. Let me go.
How I'm living now is how I'm going to be living. Like
not true.
Not true.
Okay, well, so y'all are so like literal, like not in the sense of that, but I'm just saying, like I'm not in a rush to live my life. My timeline is different from yours. Like I may not get married till I'm 45, and that's okay with me. And that might mean that I spent a long time with a dude that wasn't worth a damn, or just it didn't work out. But that's my story, and I did it, and it makes me interesting. I have that, and if I don't get married till I'm 45, then that's my story. I got married when I'm 45 because I was with a nigga for 10 years, and it didn't work out, and we didn't get married.
So
but I don't feel like it was a waste because I don't believe in having kids without marriage.
Okay, so what I'm trying to say, what they're trying to say, if you waste all this precious time on dudes that aren't really worth your time, and now you do have a clock that you're on.
Where I can't get kids. Okay, what's for me is for me. So maybe I wasn't meant to have kids, and for me, I want to adopt. Like I sincerely want to adopt. Like when I have my own, I want to adopt. So just because I'm 45 and I can't have my kids of my own, it's more so I think girls just want to have kids. Like if you want to have kids, then you gonna have kids. You could just adopt. Like it's not that serious to me. I'm 45. I haven't had kids. I want kids now. I'm 45. I may not even be married, but I want kids. Let me go get a little chocolate baby from the orphanage, and I'm good. Like it's not. What's for me is for me.
Exactly.
I may not even be able to have kids. I'll babysit yours and give them back to you. Like I'll be okay. Like what's for me is for me.
Real quick, now, and that's correct.
Thank you, Chocolate.
I agree with what you said. I was going to go to you, though, Dre, about something, though.
But I need to answer.
Hold on. Okay, let's go. I think we've already extenuated that. I think we went down that road pretty well. I want to go to you because, like you said, you pretty much are the resident up here who doesn't do anything online-wise from a social standpoint.
Right.
You don't participate in that at all. Like, do you feel because of that, like, do you think that
have I missed out? I haven't missed out on nothing.
Okay, you haven't missed out on anything.
Nothing. I haven't. I don't think that it hasn't hindered at all. And maybe because I don't know the age range. Maybe the people are used to that. Like it's not so crazy that I don't do all that stuff to the people that I date because. If you get to know me and talk to me, you can like what I do is not even that world. So it makes sense. So once you get to know somebody, once again, that goes back to that. You don't like to write somebody off because they don't do stuff. You got to find out, well, where are they from? If they don't, that's not their world. I don't think your
age has anything to do with it because that is my generation. I remember when Instagram first popped off and it was strictly for iPhone. Social media is my generation and I can't stand none of it. So it really just depends on who you are. Like, Snapchat, I don't know nothing about a Snap. Odell, you put me on a new
Periscope.
Social. Yeah, and I don't even know, I can't even keep up.
Check me out on Periscope, R by Odell.
See there? I don't know nothing about
what I'm trying to tell you, but
okay. What's a Periscope?
What I'm saying, okay, you're talking about you personally, but majority of the people, the younger people, they're on that. So you are maybe
Odell
not.
Isn't in my.
Odell is in, and he's into entertainment. So
it's just
it's the truth though because if I didn't do DJing and a nonprofit, I wouldn't be on it like that.
Well, same here. You background check me. So you already see what half my tweets is about. But
so whenever we're talking in general. Yeah, you may not do it, but majority of the people that are younger.
I'm just saying that because you said age, maybe because of my age it means X, Y, and Z. But
I'm just saying that age that people y'all came up on it, so it's normal for y'all to do that.
It's more accepted. It definitely is.
There you go.
Right, it's definitely more accepted. Man, that's everybody's pretty passionate about these things.
No, she just.
I'm just passionate about everything.
You are passionate about everything. That's why we enjoy you, Sean.
All the time.
That's why we enjoy you.
You got that on TV?
No, sometimes.
You gotta get that. I'm gonna get to have your check.
Oh, that was hilarious, boy.
I ain't really worked in my mind.
That was hilarious, man. So I got. Oh my goodness, man. Oh, listen. I think that we've pretty much covered that. So, Dre, you still gonna keep rocking the way you've been rocking?
Absolutely.
You're not gonna search nobody online.
And I'm gonna be online, like I'm gonna be on for certain purposes.
You gonna learn some things?
No, just for certain things. You know,
Okay.
I got some things I'm gonna do maybe for Facebook, for
Do you know
family.
what, you know what LinkedIn is?
Huh?
Because you know what LinkedIn. Okay, well let's get you on LinkedIn. Can you at least get on LinkedIn?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
I mean,
I'm not going to participate, but you can put me on there. In my face. That way you can. Yeah,
it's more of a work thing. So,
Right.
You know.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
And Sean, you're good. Sean is good as being Sean.
I'm just good as being me. If you want to get to know me, holla at me. I'm really easy
You
to talk
talking to people on the camera?
I don't
You
do
talking to
that.
Is this
We don't need
Let it go.
Thank you, Chocolate O. We don't
She gonna
need
take this, gonna
social
be the-
media to
What the-
talk. You want to get to
Come
know
on,
me?
got-
Holla at me. It's
Sure.
not that big of a deal. And shout out to all my people that lost jobs because of social media. I think that's real fucked up too.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
It's called watching your
that's
tone,
real
and that's why we look
fucked
for stuff.
up. Like,
Yeah.
Okay.
social
So, Sean-
media.
So,
like,
Sean, tell them the story that you told me about the teacher losing her job.
Oh yeah, like so a teacher lost her job. Like this is a story. I'm from St. Louis, and she lost her job because of the things that she had on her Facebook. And
Okay, so let me ask you a question. She's a teacher, and she got 7th and 8th graders, and you seen her in the thong popping it. And that was appropriate for her to do that, knowing her job and knowing those kids have access to.
But Sean's saying that the person should be aware. They should be more.
No, she's saying that she should be able to do
Nah.
that. She should be able to do
I'm
that
not saying she
because
needs
she
to
has a
be-
life outside of work.
And then it's like what you accept, you know who, you can
Was it
put
big
privacy
problem?
and
Yeah,
all that
yeah.
kind of stuff. But even aside from that, I don't have time to think about that. I don't have time to be like, well, let me cross this out and make sure I don't nobody check this out, or don't nobody say, why is your kid Googling me like that? Like why is he not watching Transformers?
Well, let me.
Come on.
You don't know
yeah,
how
my
you
teacher, she
know.
fine too.
How
Well, let
you
me
know
say
what's
something.
happening? Go
Let me
watch
say something real quick, though.
Transformers.
If Transformers. If she's an attractive teacher and I'm 13 years old in 8th grade, I know what I was looking at. And if I had a
Exactly.
nice teacher to look at,
Yeah.
and she had a social media account, hey man.
And I go to a table, I'll be like, man, teacher,
Exactly.
man, look at that.
Well, no,
That's
and-
talent
I
right
mean,
there.
I look good. I was like, no.
That's definitely true because when I taught at a private school, taught art. I never forget one time I sat in for another teacher, and I was sitting there, and then wrote my name on the board and stuff like that. By the time I had turned around, these kids were already going online asking me about stuff. So
That's
so
so
if
sad.
you're
You
in- I
cannot
guess-
live.
But
You
that is
can't
where
live.
we are because, like you said, if you are dealing with children or if you're depending on your profession, you could have to watch how you act.
Man, let me live. I'm not about to censor myself for your child. Let me live.
Well, no, it's not saying you don't live. You
Let
don't
me live.
advertise it online. You don't.
That's what
you
social
don't
media
put your
is
private
for.
life.
Facebook was
No, it's
created
not.
for your
certain
friends.
things is.
Facebook was created for your
You need to
friends.
do it
was
within
suppo-
reason.
When Facebook was created, it was for college kids strictly. It was for you to keep up with your friends that you graduated with. Now it's gotten into this ridiculous mess. Like it's not supposed to be something that you look at to be like, well, do I want to hire her because every Saturday night she is at Ultra Bar? Like, do I want to hire her because she always at Blue Flame? Like,
Right.
this is what I do on
But
my free
technology-
time with my check that I earn. You don't need to be worried about how I spend my time and who I spend it with. Yes, I like to drink. I like to drink all the time. So you're gonna tell me I can't get the job because now you think I'm an alcoholic because you see me with wine? Like, I like wine, all of them. The darker the better. Maybe I just like
So
it.
you expect people not to use judgment. So like you like I said, you don't. You
Right.
say that you do your pre-screening right with the background, and you're going to judge off of that. So you try to say other
You
people
have a
shouldn't do the same.
resume. Here's my resume. You judge off of my work. Here it is. Here it is.
Yeah, resume is
Let
like-
me live. You gotta judge me by my life
Hold on
and
one
how
second.
I do it. Let me
Hold on one
live.
second.
The
Go ahead,
work
Asha.
thing is different than the dating thing. I feel personally that a man should absolutely Google me, figure out who I am, figure out how I talk, figure out who I deal with, figure out what kind of woman in general I might be before you even decide you want to take it any further. Because I don't have any. Right, you're gonna have to step carefully and lightly around me on certain things, and certain things you will be able to tell by the way that I present myself
On social media.
on social media. But it's because I don't use social media so much for Asha as I do for Socialite. So a lot of what you will see is my business stuff because
Right.
that's what I need to present publicly. It's called being a strategist.
And
you
so
don't pop your ass on Facebook and still be looking for a job. You better own your own business if you popping your ass on Facebook.
There you go.
So,
that's
and if
the
I'm
reality.
approaching you, and if every man approaching you with an agenda because they see what you are doing, and it's like, oh, this is what she do. I didn't even know she was down like that. Well, shoot, I got a homeboy, and we've been trying to do X, Y, and Z. I need to holler at her about this. So now it's
I'd rather you do that
now
than
it's
come with
like
your agenda
no,
trying to get in my ass like you thought I didn't recognize that was what it was anyway.
Bam.
it's too much.
Come at me about
It's too
a
much.
check. If you feel like you're gonna look at my tone and say that's a businesswoman first,
Right.
and you really wanted to screw, right? Go ahead and make that decision on your own. Yep, figure out that you want to talk business as opposed to the other thing before you even start the dialogue. Because I don't have time for it. I got a 16-year-old little girl. I'm googling them. I want them to Google me. They need to know I'm a shooter. They need to know a few things.
You can know I'm gonna shoot on my Instagram. I got my print all up on there.
She's
Wait,
ready.
how you be shooting? Like how you be shooting
Straight in the
like this?
head. Straight
You
in
be
the
shooting
head.
like this?
Straight to the
Show me how you
head.
shoot.
Well, don't figure me out. Learn me. Spend all the
with a
time
child, I don't have time for
necessary.
you to do
Hey,
this.
teach yourself.
This thing got gangster, hasn't
Don't
it?
figure me
This
out.
thing got super
Learn.
gangster.
Learn
Real
me.
gangsta.
That's it.
You
Figure
know,
me out.
You got shooters at the table.
Just figure me out.
It is not a game. These ladies is ready, and they know how to aim. Right?
I'm about to call BS.
It's
But
not
anyway.
It's
Okay,
not.
you go-
It's not
first
even
one
that.
we start
It's
with
just you know, like she said, everybody's got their own approach, and everyone is entitled to approaching relationships and interactions with people the way that makes them comfortable. There's no rule.
You gotta
There's
know
no
your space,
every
right.
time I meet a man, I got to go through this process. That's a different intention. It's not that.
Right.
You know, it's just
Right.
based on the individual. I might Google him and not him. I might Facebook him and LinkedIn him, and I might do all that shit and then go get a physical reference from somebody because I don't fuck with y'all like that. I don't know you.
Right.
So I might do a bunch of shit before I decide I want to get comfortable with,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? It just depends on the person.
A couple cosigns. That's
Yeah.
all.
Well, I feel
And
like-
sometimes there is no reference. Let's keep it real.
Right.
Sometimes it's just I like you.
It is what it is.
We gonna do what we do.
I like that
That's
approach, and
that.
that's the approach I
Yeah,
like.
that's
Animal attraction.
That's
right?
what it do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So listen.
Yeah. So, hey,
Oh my goodness, man.
There's no science to it. You just do. what
There
you
is
gotta do.
no rhyme or reason, but I think everybody presented their ideas, you know, to the fullest on what they do. Not anything you want to leave the people with.
Oh, we missed another break? Damn, I thought I had another break. How to wrap this up in concisely. Let's see. All right, like you said, there's no end all to be all. Take your time, enjoy life. You know what I mean? Count your diamonds.
That's right.
Check your LinkedIn and all that good stuff. But you know, just be safe, be smart, and get somebody else's opinion who actually has some damn sense.
Somebody, huh?
Yeah. Got some damn sense. Asha.
I really think that it's on a need-to-know basis, an individual basis. But I think people should just do what makes them comfortable. I don't think that online presence is to be taken in lieu of the natural chemistry you have to have with somebody and the rapport you need to build with them. If they feel like, if it seems like it's worth it, you go for it. If not, cut it, just like anything else. Social media is not going to prevent a long-term fuck-up in a relationship. It's
go.
not going to prevent that. It's just going to, you know, give you something to work with on the front end. So.
There you go. Sean, what you want to leave with the people?
Nobody can write the book of Sean better than me. And to get to know me is to love me. And if you want to know me, just holler at me. And I'm not going to Google you. Don't give me a reason to have to do all of that. And I believe that you spend a little time with me, you'll feel comfortable enough just to kick it. Oh, gosh. Why are we talking about me behind?
no, we're not
What's going
talking.
on?
I'm just go ahead.
We just want to see all the chocolate.
So-
Exactly. I mean, exactly. I mean, I thought you were gonna talk to us.
Sorry.
The
So,
Sean-
yeah,
You talking to
that's
the
all.
cameras,
I'm
Sean's
talking to the
welcome.
people.
Okay.
I guess.
So Dre, thank you, Sean. Thank you.
No, she's not
You're
done.
welcome, chocolate up. No, I'm done. I'm
got
fine.
done.
Thank you.
Dre,
I'm gonna continue to do what I'm doing. I'm not gonna Google anybody.
dinosaur.
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of stay in my lane. I'm gonna do social media for business purposes or whatever. But other than that,
Well, we gotta get you a
I'm
bunch
okay.
of
I don't.
things.
Huh?
I mean, you said you're gonna do it like you're already doing it, but you're not.
No, I mean, you know, I'm probably gonna have you set it up anyway. You know.
And for the record, I did
Yeah.
set up Dre's only email address.
I got two.
You got another one?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I got two now. I'm moving out.
So
But you don't even want
you
to.
may really disappear on the internet.
No, you really can't find much about this brother on the internet.
That's what's up.
But I mean, I
No,
mean,
I'm not saying that's a bad
whenever you see me though,
Exactly.
It really is. It really is.
Well, now I'll say that, you know, like everybody said, like you really got to find out what's best for you and what works for you. I know that also when you're talking about getting to learn somebody, you know, we get to learn somebody and really know who they are I agree, sir, with the PhD. Sometimes sitting in front of somebody with a beer, talking with them, that's how you're going to really get to know, like, the essence of somebody. I'm not saying that I'm kind of like with Asha and Knots. In addition to, I'm going to check some things as it progresses, but I feel like that is the true way you're going to learn somebody. Like, for instance, the hormone oxytocin is released when you're relaxed.
What? Let me get.
That's
it's not dope to give somebody.
Oxytocin. XYTOCIN.
Okay. Yeah, and you actually can get that, and from looking at somebody's eye and talking with them and hearing their tone and their inflection.
You need the oxytocin to get to the dopamine, but we'll talk about that later. Yeah. That's chemistry class.
Oh Lord!
Y'all just y'all done that right there.
I already wrapped up. I'm sorry.
Exactly, but I'm saying, but you can actually get that from just looking somebody in the eye and have a good conversation, listen to their tone, looking at facial expressions. So I would behoove people to really invest in that as well. I mean, look people in the eye, sit down, drink a beer with them, and get to know them. But there's nothing wrong with
ladies buying. Yeah. Sorry.
Nothing wrong with getting on that Google as well and checking it out. So we want to thank everybody for this taping of Odell's Roundtable. Shout out to Live Hip Hop Daily and all they do. Make sure you check them out.
Yep.
Make sure you go there and check them out. Also, make sure you hit us up on Twitter, ORT Show. Email us at ortshow@gmail.com. And I'll definitely take any of your questions and suggestions about the show. Everybody else, check everybody else out. hiphopgisback.com.
Yeah.
Also,
Socialite AGY on everything.
On
so that's our business.
Nobodycontactme.com.
Exactly. Sean.
On everything, I'm Sean Belligotti. That's Sean like John like Gotti, and Belly like Beauty and the Beast. So
Booty and the Beast.
Bella and the Beast.
It's your boy Harby Odell, man. Hit me up on social media. And we out.
Yay.